Good day, folks, and welcome back to Ed's Garage. Today, a review of the Ottocast OttoSafeCam. This is a pretty neat idea. This is basically like an attached camera that you can view on your car's screen in real time, and it's also a dash cam that records. So, pretty cool product. We're going to open this up, test this out, and review it, and see if it's any good. Alright, so this is the exact product that we're looking at. It is the OttoSafeCam model CA560, part number CA560-T. Made in China, of course. Includes rear full camera, cool. Includes a 64 gigabyte battery card. Now, or memory card, sorry. So if you're wondering where to get one of these, check the description. I will have a link to where you can buy one and any applicable discounts, if there are any at the time. Let's get this opened up here now. Obviously, you're going to need an app. So there is the app that you can download. You can scan that. It looks like, yeah, Google Play and download in the App Store. Scan this QR code for more experiences. I'm not sure if that's going to be needed, considering that it does come with its own little Ottocast box here. So this box essentially will plug into your car and it'll receive the stream from the camera, the video stream, and then allow you to play that back. So the other thing that this does, pretty cool, will provide wireless Apple CarPlay. Look at the size of this thing, it's just tiny. That's awesome. Little power button there, or button of some sort. Not sure if it's power button, just making assumptions here. There is the camera. We've got a USB-C port on the one side, as well as our SD card slot or TF card slot, and then what looks like a headphone jack and a reset button, and then our little adjustment screw there. Alright, let's see what else is in here. There's our memory card, a 64 gig. USB Type A to Type C, little 12 volt cigarette lighter outlet style USB port with USB Type A and USB Type C, and it looks like it's good for 2 amps, possibly on both outputs, so that's kind of cool. Not a whole lot of power, but obviously enough for this camera. We have the main cable and the rear camera. Right on, okay. So not the main cable, just the cable for the rear camera, but that's a nice long cord. Excellent. And we have another USB-A to USB-C and a USB-C to Type-C connector with the 90-degree angle connector. That's awesome. And we also have a splunger tool, or splooger. It's basically a plastic pry tool. So this, of course, is so you can get the wire in and around your dashboard and pop out dash panels and whatnot without damaging them. Quite a nice little tool to have. We also have a double-sided sticky pad. So there's one on the camera, the front camera already. Imagine this is for the back camera. No, actually, the back camera has its own. So I guess it's just an extra one that they give you. Okay, cool. And then we have download app, digital manual, operation video, and auto AI services. So several different QR codes on the quick guide here. Now, one thing you'll need to know right off the bat. In order to use this, you are going to, in order to use this, you are going to need Apple CarPlay in your vehicle. So this connects via the Apple CarPlay link on your infotainment system. So if you don't have Apple CarPlay in your car, don't buy one of these until you get that. The cameras, on the other hand, they can be used just with your cell phone. You can link up using one of these apps directly to the camera, by what I'm reading here anyway. Yeah, it says the dash cam can also connect to a dedicated app. Please scan the QR code, download the app, Wi-Fi name CART, whatever, password 1234567 So that is going to be the password to connect directly to the camera's wireless network system, which this is going to automatically kind of do anyway. So you can use it one of two ways, but obviously you would only buy this kit if you have Apple CarPlay already in your car. So make sure you have that before you proceed. All right, so as you can see, I've gone ahead and plugged in the Ottocast box. Now, I'm not using the cable that came with it from factory, just for these testing purposes, but don't worry about that. All right, so here is what the screen comes up with initially. Now, please excuse my fingerprints on the screen. I've all but given up on that. So it comes up with access to CarPlay or access to dashcam. I don't have the cameras set up yet, so I'm going to go and just see what happens when we hit CarPlay. All right, so now the Ottocast is looking for a device to connect to it. So I've opened up an iPhone here, and I'm going to tap on the car dash. Now, keep in mind your number may vary, so I'm going to just go ahead and connect to that. Hit pair, hit allow, and hopefully we actually see Apple CarPlay come up wirelessly. There we go, use CarPlay. And boom, there we have Apple CarPlay. Pretty cool. So the Apple CarPlay is now wireless through the Ottocast box to my infotainment system. So just like that, pretty simple. Now, be aware this particular Ottocast device only works with iPhones. So it does not provide a wireless Android Auto connection, only a wireless CarPlay connection. On top of that, of course, it provides the connection to the camera. So what we're going to do next is go ahead and hook it up and see what it looks like. Alright, now that we've seen just how easy it is to use wireless CarPlay through the Ottocast device, we're going to go ahead and hit the dashcam button, but first I need to make sure that the dashcam is powered. Alright, so I have the camera sort of temporarily set up on the dash here. Well, let's see what happens. They are currently connected to power. Alright, so you can see it's looking for the camera now. Alright, so I ran into a small hiccup. I was trying to use a USB cord that did not come with the camera to power the camera. That didn't work. So I ended up using the USB cord that came with it, as well as the little power adapter, USB cigarette lighter adapter, and now it powered up. So what was hilarious though, the reason I had to laugh is because I plugged it in, the camera was like, initializating recording. So yeah, it made me laugh. Anyway, so it should work now. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the refresh button on the screen here. And let's hope that if oh yeah, look at that. Just like that. All right, we'll tap that and hit confirm. So that already had the password figured out, I guess. There we go. Of course it is upside down, yeah, because the camera is just sitting on my hood up there right at the moment. So, but yeah, that actually looks really good. That is a good high quality camera. Now, down here, we can switch it to reverse cam. Yep, there we go. So, again, upside down because the back camera is sitting right there. You can hit the record button to record at any time, and then there's also the microphone button. I guess it just records sound. Let's just hit that, see what happens. Okay, so stop recording sound, and then start recording or stop recording there. So as soon as you power on the front camera, it does immediately start recording. You can stop it by pressing that button. And you can see up here the counter is actually counting that it is recording. Let's go to the settings here and see if we can flip this camera over. Ooh, actually, let's check the recording resolution first. So 2K or 1080p, so that's cool. Video length 1 minute. I hate it when they only do 1 minute segments, so I'm going to switch that to 5. I wish they would just do longer. Audio recording included. Front camera view adjustment, excellent. So let's flip that vertically. There we go. And quick capture button position left, so that would be over here. There'll be a little button that can hit the quick capture. Go Look app. Let's have a quick look at that. Scan to download the Go Look app. Alright, so I think that allows us to see it from another phone. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my other Android phone here. And we're going to go ahead and scan this. Goes to the Google Play Go Look app. So I'll install that. Alright, so that's finished installing. Let's go ahead and open that up and see what that looks like. Add device. There it is, connect. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 was the default password. Oh, okay, so it was cart55. Yeah, it was, so not car, but cart. I guess that's when you're connecting to it with your cell phone. All right, cool. Check that out. So I can actually see the camera from my phone now. That's really neat. And I can switch to rear camera. Yeah, awesome. So now we have access to the camera both from the car, from the infotainment system, and from the phone. I wonder if I could do both at the same time. Wow, it can. That's super cool, actually. All in all, pretty cool. I'd say good high-resolution front camera. Rear camera is acceptable. Let's go back to the settings here. I can format the TF card from here. And it doesn't look like I can actually change the rear camera orientation. That's too bad, unfortunately. I guess I had the audio recording turned off. Everything else seems to be fairly snappy, though, keeping in mind, obviously, this is all wireless, so that's not bad, especially considering all the wireless stuff in cars these days. Looks like the date is correct. Yep, as is the time, so it must be pulling that from the Apple CarPlay connection. Yeah, so remember that this camera image is coming from the camera wirelessly to that little Ottocast box, which is then connected, well, in this vehicle, it's connected to the Auto Kit box that's part of an EV Play box, which is connected to my Rivian infotainment system. So there's a lot of steps that it has to get through to get to my Rivian screen, and it's still actually pretty accurate, pretty quick. So I got to give them kudos for that. It seems to be very instantaneous, which is awesome. I'm also noticing that this is this is also backwards. I need to flip this image. I'm gonna need to mirror it as well. So that's kind of cool that you can do that. There we go. Back right out, and yeah, that's what it looks like. This is going to be great for off-roading. I'm actually going to use this camera. I'm going to mount it on the front. I've got to figure out how to waterproof it, but it's going to be basically be my front off-roading camera. And it looks like a fairly wide angle as well. I am parked right beside this boat. As a matter of fact, if I look at where the front of my truck is versus the where the window's coming down here, I am parked pretty much like right here. So it's not seeing that part, but I'm also about 6 inches away from the boat. So the angle is very wide, and that's really nice to see. All right, let's have a look at what Playback looks like. So I'm going to go to the folder here, because I imagine that must be where Playback is. So we've got photos, videos, and I guess locked stuff. So if there is clips that you want to lock out, they'll put them there. You can see me in the bottom right here. Let's have a quick look at this video. We're on the right side. Just press it again. Yeah. So we select it and then press it again, and yeah, there it is. That's me setting it up on the hood, and yeah, look at it, it's playing just fine. And yeah, again, the resolution is really good for a dash cam. It looks awesome. Yeah, great layout. What if I hold a button now? Oh, actually there's a edit button here, so if I edit, nice. And now I can select the ones that I want to delete, or select all, hit the delete button, confirm. Oh yeah, this is an easy to use software. And I guess I have nothing in my locked section here yet, so okay. And then we also had that quick capture button. I wanted to have a quick look at that, see what that looks like. Come on, back out. Alright, so I believe that's this button here. Okay, so that just took a screenshot. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to quickly show you how to go from your dash cam to Apple CarPlay and back. So we're going to go ahead and hit this little button up here. That'll switch us over to Apple CarPlay, as you can see. So there's my Apple CarPlay. And then up in the top right hand corner, so when you tap the screen, it'll bring up this button up here. That'll switch you back to your dash cam screen. Just like that. So if those disappear, just remember, tap the screen, it comes up, you tap it, it goes into the thing that you want to go into. Again, the icon will disappear momentarily. There we go, it's gone. Tap the screen anywhere, and the icon comes back up. Pretty simple, easy to use. This has got to be one of the easiest devices that I've found so far. So I realized when I was editing that the outro video that I had made for this, unfortunately, I was zoomed in. I was like right up there in the camera. So I'm redoing it. But in any case, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching. And if you're interested in the Ottocast box and camera system, by all means, check the link in the description below. Save 10% with the discount code that I've got down there as well. Honestly, one of the easiest and probably most useful dash cam systems I've ever seen. The fact that you can, view the videos, delete the videos, transfer the videos to a phone or whatever, all from your car's screen is awesome. And then the ease of using your cell phone with the Go Look app just increases the usability of this, this camera system. So very, very, very good dash cam, the best I've ever used. Check it out. And if you have any questions, by all means, don't forget to comment below. And until next time, take care.